against Saudi ships overnight. Pakistan unequivocally condemns the continued threats by the Houthis against the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and commercial shipping in the Red Sea, which we have stated endangers regional security, freedom of navigation, and global trade. Pakistan reaffirms that any hostile act against Pakistani flagged vessels or Pakistan's maritime interests will be regarded as a grave threat to our national security. We reserve the right to take all necessary measures in self-defense consistent with international law. Pakistan remains deeply concerned by attempts to draw the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia into the Middle East conflict and reiterates its unwavering support for the Kingdom's security, sovereignty, and territorial integrity. We issued a detailed press release yesterday on this subject, which you all covered. Last week, when Saudi Arabia was attacked by these armed groups in Yemen, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif made a very eloquent, strong statement. The Prime Minister warned that such attacks have, quote unquote, the potential to further undermine regional peace and stability. Given that the escalation has continued, the words of our Prime Minister resonate even more profoundly. Amid growing hostilities and armed attacks, Pakistan reiterates its call on all parties to exercise restraint. Pakistan is continuing its diplomatic outreach in support of dialogue and diplomacy. In this vein, Iranian Foreign Minister Iskandar Momini visited Pakistan this week. During his visit, he met our Prime Minister, the Interior Minister, as well as he held an important meeting with the Chief of Army Staff, Chief of Defense Forces and Chief of Army Staff. The visit reflects the two neighbors' close coordination on regional developments and Pakistan's continued diplomatic engagement with Iran. Pakistan has repeatedly called for restraint by all sides and stated that the dialogue remains the only viable solution to prevent a regional conflict. And in the similar vein of our advocacy for dialogue and diplomacy, on 18th July, Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar spoke with the Kuwaiti Foreign Minister, Sheikh Jarrah Al Sabah, on regional developments, emphasizing de-escalation, respect for sovereignty, and implementation of the Islamabad MOU. Both sides agreed to remain in contact. Yesterday in Manila, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar met with the Egyptian Minister for Foreign Affairs, Immigration and Expatriates, Dr. Badr Abdul Ate. This was on the sidelines of the ASEAN Regional Forum, and I'll explain about the ASEAN Regional Forum in a little while. But let me focus on this important meeting between Pakistan and Egypt's foreign ministers. The two leaders reviewed developments in the Middle East and underscored the importance of de-escalation and dialogue, while emphasizing respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states. They also discussed the broader implication of regional instability, particularly for global maritime trade, energy security, and world economy. In Manila, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister also held a very important meeting with the Foreign Minister of Oman, Sayyid Badr Abdul Hamad Al Busaidi. The two leaders exchanged views on the latest regional and national developments. The Omani Foreign Minister appreciated Pakistan's constructive role in promoting dialogue, de-escalation, and regional peace and security. Both sides expressed concern over the recent developments in the region, stressed the importance of upholding ceasefire, respect for international law, and working towards lasting peace and stability. The outreach of the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, ladies and gentlemen, will continue in Bishkek, where he will be arriving today, inshallah, to lead the Pakistan delegation to the Shanghai Council of Foreign Affairs, CFM, the Council for Foreign Affairs, Foreign Ministers. This is the Shanghai platform for the member states' foreign ministers meeting. He will be in Kyrgyz Republic from 23rd to 24th July. I think we are about to issue or probably have issued a curtain raiser on this. And please do issue if it's not been issued. Let me state that during his visit, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, will call on the President of Kyrgyz Republic and hold a number of bilateral meetings with his counterparts from SCO member states on the sideline of the CFM meeting. Before being in Bishkek, the Deputy Prime Minister, as I said, is in Manila, where he reached yesterday to lead Pakistan's delegation at the 33rd ASEAN Regional Forum, ARF, ministerial meeting. Pakistan is an ARF member since 2004. We remain committed to promoting regional peace, stability, and cooperation through dialogue, and we remain a partner of ASEAN towards such endeavors. On the sideline, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister is holding bilateral meetings with the Philippine counterparts and other participating dignitaries. We have been updating you about these meetings, and please do follow our timelines for more such updates, because the Foreign Minister is holding these meetings as we speak in Manila. Yesterday, an important meeting was held in Manila between the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, with the Foreign Minister of the Russian Federation, Mr. Sergei Lavrov. The two leaders reviewed the full spectrum of Pakistan-Russia bilateral relations and reaffirmed their commitment to further strengthening cooperation in a wide variety of subjects: trade, energy, connectivity, and other key areas, as well as enhancing coordination in multilateral forums. The Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister also met Mr. Khalilur Rahman, the Foreign Minister of Bangladesh, and the President-elect of the 81st General Assembly of the United Nations. He will assume charge, I believe, in August or September this year as the President of the General Assembly. The Deputy Prime Minister, while in Manila, also visited the headquarters of the Asian Development Bank, where he met the Director General for Central and West Asia, Mr. Lie Gorez. They discussed the bank's development agenda and its partnership with Pakistan, and appreciated valuable contribution of Pakistani professionals, a number of them who are serving at the Asian Development Bank. Ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister, Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar was in Shanghai earlier this week, last weekend on 16-17 July, to attend the signing ceremony of the establishing World Artificial Intelligence Cooperation Organization, the WICO. The initiative aims to strengthen international cooperation on intelligence governance, research, and capacity building. As a founding member of Pakistan, of WICO, we became the founding member by virtue of Deputy Prime Minister's presence in Shanghai. So as a founding member, Pakistan look forward to enhance international cooperation on artificial intelligence, particularly South-South cooperation, to harness artificial intelligence-related technology for sustainable economic development. While in Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen, the Deputy Prime Minister also met with the Chinese Foreign Minister, Mr. Wang Yi. The two leaders discussed the implementation of CPEC, regional connectivity, SCO cooperation, trade, and Pakistan-China strategic partnership. They also reaffirmed Pakistan-China all-weather strategic cooperative partnership through a multifaceted.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल दबाएं ताकि कोई खबर रह न जाए।